shit to talk about, man. Been MIA for a while. Reason why I've been MIA. I'm just gonna jump right into it. You know what I mean? I was working with. Everybody knows I was with JCT. I left JCT because there is no more JCT. Everybody knows Hirschback bought out JCT. Sorry if you hear the wind, and it's a little windy out here. Hirschback bought out JCT. I tried to give it a chance. I really did. I promise you I did. I ended up leaving because it's complete chaos. Complete chaos. Like, at first they started making changes, adding TVs to trucks and, little shit like that. I had a brand new truck. Everybody knows that. It was a 2024. I got it basically with 0 miles on it. It had 297 miles on it. So I built a lot of relationships. Everything was going good. Then once John Christian's son Danny, his other son, died, which they basically told everybody, hey, look, he passed away from Parkinson's disease or something like that. Then we found out that no, he actually ended up taking his life, and so did the other son as well. So once that happened, then it was like Hirschback went into full go mode. It was supposed to be a 5-year thing where everybody changed over, and it became not JCT and Hirschback, just Hirschback. So I tried to stick it out, give it a chance. They changed the tablets in the trucks. They ended up starting to change all the logos on the trucks. I didn't care. I mean, it could say Shit Express on the side of the truck. I don't care, as long as I can make my money and do my thing, and whatever. But then they started messing with the process of everything. Then like my last 3 weeks there, it got really bad. They couldn't even, and anybody who's been at JCT, they left because basically we all quit. I mean, everybody basically quit. And now they're trying to get us to come back. I mean, literally everybody's been getting text messages and phone calls. Hey, come back. We fixed it. And it's just like, hey, look, I ain't gonna be. It's crazy because the people that in the office. This is how you know it was bad, right? My last 3 weeks there, building up to that, I would run into. So they started laying people off left and right. Building up to that, it was like, I run into somebody that I knew that worked in the office. I run into, because in Sapulpa, Oklahoma, it's a very small town, so everybody kind of lives. That works in the office lives in that area. And I run into them at Walmart, and they come up to me and be like, "Hey, are you still over there?" And I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Hey, get out now while you can. Quit. I'm telling you, leave before you're not going to be able to feed your family. It's going to get real bad. The changes they got coming up, it's just not good." And I'm like, "God damn, really? Okay." So I didn't listen. I stuck it out. Almost 2 years there, basically, and so then even my dispatchers, the planners, the people that you knew in the office, that you can trust, that knew what was going on or knew what was coming down the pipeline, and they would tell me, "Hey, I advise you, man." They would tell me, "I'm only working here because it's convenient for me and my family, but you as a truck driver, it's not worth it. Get out now. It's about to get bad. You're about to have to take a pay cut and all this craziness." I'm like, what the fuck? So then like the shit that they started to say that was going to happen started coming to like fruition. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they laid more people off. Then Hirschback, one of the dispatchers, because we're in a group on Facebook or whatnot, he had got fired or whatever, and he wasn't happy about it, so he started spilling the beans on the shit that they were going to do. So Hirschback sent him a cease and desist letter, and now they're trying to sue him because he was telling us the truth. And by that point, I already had quit. But like, I had switched. So like, I had switched from lease to company, right? They left me in the same truck that I was already in. The reason why I switched from lease to company was because Hirschbach, first of all, the lease that I was on, they got rid of it, right? So I was grandfathered in. But then what they did was, because we had an actual maintenance account, so like, as long as you had money in your maintenance account, you were good. But what they did was they said, hey, basically trying to force everybody onto the new lease, which is dog shit. They were like, well, if you end up breaking down and you don't have enough money in your maintenance account, you're gonna have to pay out of pocket. And I'm like, well, what's the point of me having a maintenance account? Because before, if you broke down, you have enough money to cover it, they pay for it and you just pay it back. You know what I'm saying? They just raise the cents per mile out of your check or whatever, you know, to deduct, you know, a little bit more every week until you pay back your balance, which worked perfectly because the lease was perfect, right? So, sorry, did he just take my trailer? So anyway, did he? So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, no, I'm not even gonna do it. I had 5 G's saved up in my maintenance account. I don't want to be put in that predicament where, because it's trucking, you know, anything happens, as I always say. I don't want to be put in the predicament where it's like, yo, I got 5 G's in my maintenance account, but if my maintenance cost is $6,000-$7,000, say something major happens and I break down and I ain't got enough to cover it, and I ain't got the, you know, I mean, fuck, let's be honest, you know, working as a lease operator, you got money, but you don't got money like that. You know, most people are living paycheck to paycheck, and in my situation right now with what I got going on, I'm doing okay, but I'm not in the position to, you know, be dumping $2-3 grand out of my pocket in case this truck breakdown. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't plan for that because of the way the lease was set up. Now, you can say whatever you want. Oh, you shouldn't be in business, blah, 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 if you're not ready for it. But based off of what the lease was set up as, that's how I, you know, went about things. So now, if it was a truck that I bought off a dealership, it was my responsibility to have my own maintenance set up, then I would have. But there's no point in me having 2 different maintenance accounts set up, in my opinion. So I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna switch the company, fuck it, whatever. Boom, fast forward to that, switch the company. Cool, everything was going good for a couple weeks. And then because Hirschbach company drivers only make 50 cents a mile, JCT company drivers made 60 cents a mile, right? So I'm like, whatever. I was making the same amount of money. The crazy thing is I was making actually more money as a company driver than I was as a lease driver, right? So whatever, everything was going good. I was chilling, minding my business. Look, whatever's going on in the office, whoever gets fired, whatever, that's y'all fucking business. I don't care. Just don't fuck with me and my money. So I'm you know, trying not to get too involved in the politics with everything that's going on. So then I start getting told by my dispatchers, hey, you're going to be taking a 10-cent pay cut. I ain't taking a 10-cent pay cut for nobody. The fuck am I do that for? Why would I go from 60 cents to 50 cents a mile? You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, well, if that's the case, then I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So I was gonna stick it out until that happened and then leave. But then what happened was they changed everything. They changed the system. They changed the way. So the fucking system didn't even recognize my truck number. Didn't recognize any of the trailer numbers. It was a complete shit show when that, you know, happened. And then they started fucking with pay. Yo, they still owe me money from back in March. And they still haven't paid me that shit yet. And I don't even work there no more. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is crazy. So I ended up getting my 5 grand back from the maintenance account, which is cool. But everybody else is still there or whatever. Their maintenance accounts got erased. And now they don't know how much money each person had. Like, it's still a shit show over there. And then you know, one of the main things that JCT was known for was like we would always pick up loads out of Cali and run them to Florida, and pick up out of Florida and run to Cali. So Hirschbach, what they're doing is they either getting rid of those accounts or they sell them on the spot market. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want, for some weird ass reason, nobody can get miles anymore over there. That was the other thing. Miles dropped completely. Like I went from averaging, my average length of haul was about 1,800 miles, 15 to 1,800 miles every load, down to like 500, 600 mile runs. It's like, what the fuck? Like, this is crazy. And then they did away with the detention pay. It used to be $40 an hour after 2 hours. They did away with that shit. Now you don't even know if you get detention pay. It's just too much. Like, and then like they think they're doing everybody a service by doing this shit, and they just spring everything on everybody. It's just like, hey, look, we're changing this. Like, take it or leave it. You know what I mean? So I decided to leave it. Next video I'll reveal where I'm at, but I just want to let y'all know, don't go to work for Hirschbach. That company is crazy. That company crazy as hell. Like, it's a joke. Their lease program is a joke. That 99 cents a gallon fuel bullshit is a scam. It's just not worth it. So I would advise anybody who sees this video, if you're looking to think about going to Hirschbach, don't do it. It ain't worth it. It is not worth it at all. And JCT is no more. So because JCT is no more, I am no more with them. So, and I would never go back. You couldn't pay me to go back. Literally, you could not. I don't care what they offer me. I would not go back there just because I don't like the way they operate. It's not as bad as the hurricane situation, because hurricane kind of was like complete chaos and disorganized mess. And Hirschbach is the opposite. It's like, it's chaos, but it's an organized mess, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're a shit show with structure, if that makes sense. So I don't want to make this too long of a video, but I left there. I found somewhere. I went. It's one of them companies again that, hey, you know a lot about, and you see them all the time. You see them fucking everywhere, and it's like, sort of like when I went to JCT, and it's like, okay, I know about this place, but I never really checked them out. And I've been here about a month now, and I actually like it. I can't complain. I mean, dude, so far so good. But you know how these companies go sometimes. It was like that with JCT for the first, what, year and a half, and then it went down the drain because of Hirschbach. But if JCT didn't change, I'd still be there. I was gonna finish there. You know what I mean? I would have finished my lease. But the reason why I'm not there is because of that. You know, there is no more JCT. But yeah, I'm at another company now, and very family oriented. I like it. They don't bother me. They keep me running. Yeah, so I'm chilling. So I'll holler at y'all. Sorry I ain't been, you know, it's been crazy. That's why I haven't made no videos, because I didn't know what the fuck to talk about. There was so much going on, I just didn't know what to talk about. But I'm gonna start getting back to making videos again, and baby doing what, 2 weeks, the 18th. So that's another thing that's been going on. You know what I'm saying? I got another kid on the way, and I've been dealing with stuff like that, you know, and just kind of staying to myself, man. But I'm gonna start making the YouTube videos again. I appreciate everybody who still follows me, and you know, I know I've been MIA for a while, but it's just been so much going on. I just need to focus on what the hell and not get distracted. You know what I mean? Because they were headhunting too. You know, they were firing people for anything and everything. I didn't want to make a video and piss them off, and then them fire me for the shit. You know what I mean? Because that's happened there too. You know, it's been a lot. So, yeah. So I'll get up with y'all, and best of luck. In my next video, I'll start talking about which I'm going to start making after I get done recording this, and then I'll drop that in a couple days. But I just want to let y'all know that I'm not with JCT no more, and stay the fuck away from Hirschbach. Anyway, love y'all. Be safe. I'm out.